What's up, y'all? This your boy Drew, and just wanted to have a quick conversation with y'all. Just wanted to speak out and see where y'all minds is really at. But today I wanted to have a little quick conversation about the situation amongst men and women in the United States and amongst the world itself at this moment. Previously I was just in a relationship that I am willing to say I messed up, I say 60% of it, while the lady was 40% of it. So I'm willing to own that. But here's my thing now. My issue is when dealing with certain things like a single mother or a woman with father problems, I've noticed that you don't get the best of the situation, even if you as a person come to them even-minded and fair-hearted. Then the thing is, the next woman wants you to be open-minded and fair-hearted the same way. It makes no sense to me. It actually upsets me quite a bit. The emotional points between men and women, where now, like the Me Too movement, which is something that is need to be done, where yes, women have the right to speak up about rape. Like, that's crazy, yo. That's something that it's wrong is wrong. You should just go, period. You know, done. So, you know, and I attest to that, period, you know. My situation is you have people in high corporations still getting away with mass rape, and I feel like even young black men who are accused of it, their lives are turned upside down and into shambles. Some young white men also, but I believe they get off a lot easier than some young black men. And truth be told, I really will only speak for young black men because, of course, I am one of them. Now, let me just give you a quick little rundown of myself. My name is Andrew Clark. I'm 29 years old, and I am a young entrepreneur. I own my own business, AC's HVAC, but we've partnered up with another company named Two Bulls Mechanical. And so far, I did not dissolve my business, but it's still up. But right now, we're just working through Two Bulls Mechanical. I do, like I said, I do heating and air conditioning. I try to stay as active as possible when it comes to working out. I try to be very positive when it comes to people, but lately it's just been a little tough around that situation because of the simple fact that the more I age, I see the world differently through another lens of maturity and experience. And, you know, every day that you experience it alters you a little bit in a way where it's hard for you to accept the old norms, but at the same time, it's hard to accept the new norms. You're kind of stuck in this weird, you know, gray zone, which is where the world is supposed to be. The world is a gray zone. It's a mix of 1,000 colors, and it just becomes this mucky, ugly, nasty color, and no one seems to understand that that's just what it is. I mean, the world can be full of happiness and beautiful colors, but when you do meld them all together and everyone wants to be on top, you end up getting a nasty muck, and ergo this gray zone where nowadays with sensitive people, we can't even speak about these gray zones. We have to just live inconspicuously amongst it with our heads down, hoping that no one is shamed for even thinking about pointing out that, hey, this is a kind of weird, or hey, we shouldn't really put that much emphasis on something this. I'm not saying it's a bad situation to look upon certain things, but we could focus on a bigger fish, get that one up out the water, so now that the big fish is out, the guppies look like big fishes now, if you get what I'm saying. So it's just like my dad used to say, one at a time. Before you know it, you're done, one at a time. So let's tackle these things, you know what I'm saying? Let's tackle them. And I would like to have comments below and let me know, like, subscribe. Let's have this conversation, you know? Let's have these conversations about race. Let's have these conversations about women's rights, men's rights, masculinity. You know, I'm a young man turning into an older man, and as the transition happens, I don't want to become a bitter old man, but I do want to be a wise old man. And the best way to have that happen is simply by speaking with other people and having experiences. So to adapt to the new situation instead of dying with the old, I'm gonna hop out of here and speak out and see where my demographic is. I mean, I'm a 90s baby where you used to go outside and all you saw was bikes in the front yard. So it's like, of course I'm not gonna understand the new age, but don't get me wrong, I'm adaptive. I will always attempt to understand, because when I was young, I wanted people to understand my, you know, state of mind. So ergo, once again, here we are, trying to understand the two sexes, the minds of blacks, whites, Hispanics, Native Americans, you know, everything in between, and also just to understand if we can just have simple conversation. We don't have to agree, but we have to agree on conversation. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here just to listen. That is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not here to judge, because who am I? I'm merely just another viewer, but just a viewer that speaks out. So, that's your boy Drew. Holla at your boy.